Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening. This is the National News Telecast. I'm Uvin Hettiarachchi.
And I'm Dilanjali Ananda, and these are the top stories for tonight.
The President clarifies the responsibility of foreign diplomats. Japan extends its support for the Clean Sri Lanka initiative. The President scheduled to visit China from the 14th to the 17th of this month. 17 patients who lost eyesight due to substandard eye drops to be compensated by the government. The cabinet spokesman asked people not to confuse the traffic police operations with the Clean Sri Lanka program. A review done on the partially completed schools under the Nearest School is the Best School project. An earthquake in Tibet claims 95 lives. The national television comes away with many awards at the Pinnacle Sri Lanka Awards ceremony.
Now on to those and more stories in detail. On today's top story, President Dissanayake emphasized that it is the responsibility of ambassadors to promote the image of Sri Lanka on the international arena.
He made these remarks in a discussion held today at the Presidential Secretariat for the appointment of new diplomats to the Foreign Diplomatic Service. President Dissanayake appointed a High Commissioner and 4 ambassadors to serve in Sri Lanka's diplomatic service. The newly appointed diplomats were selected from career diplomats with over 20 years of experience in the Sri Lanka Foreign Service, recognized for their expertise, potential and ability to contribute to Sri Lanka's global engagement and economic advancement. President Dissanayake expressed his confidence in the newly appointed diplomats, emphasizing the importance of their roles in strengthening Sri Lanka's bilateral ties and fostering mutual cooperation with the respective nations. The President stressed the importance of representing Sri Lanka positively in all their diplomatic engagements. He also emphasized the need to provide equitable welfare services for Sri Lankans working abroad, ensuring that they receive support without any discrimination. Underscoring Sri Lanka's aspirations for economic growth, President Dissanayake urged the diplomats to work toward increasing direct foreign investments and expanding Sri Lanka international market opportunities for local entrepreneurs. He stated that achieving these goals is a crucial responsibility entrusted to the ambassadors and high commissioners. Senior Vice President of JICA, Hara Shohei, stated that the Japan International Cooperation Agency will continue its financial and technical assistance to Sri Lanka without interruption. This assurance was revealed during a meeting held today at the Presidential Secretariat between President Dissanayake and Hara Shohei. During the discussion, attention was drawn to the ongoing development work at the Bandaranaike International Airport in Katunaika, which is being carried out under Japanese aid. It was highlighted that all projects initiated in Sri Lanka under JICA support are planned to be expedited and completed efficiently. Hara Shohei also reaffirmed JICA's commitment to extending financial support to Sri Lanka in the future, similar to the assistance provided during the country's debt restructuring process. He emphasized that JICA is ready to provide financial and technical assistance for the Clean Sri Lanka program and other initiatives. A meeting between the President and the officials of the Finance Ministry was also held at the Presidential Secretariat today. They focused attention on the import of motor vehicles, adding retaining taxes and VAT and digitalization. The President pointed out that the need to solve the problems faced in importing vehicles. The President further pointed out the need to pay back retention taxes charged by the pensioners who are not subjected to income tax. The President instructed to prepare a simple system in this regard. The President also stressed that the government will be committed to increase the benefits given to the general public even amidst the current economic challenges. Now, a special traffic inspection operation is on nowadays parallel to the Clean Sri Lanka program. Attention has been paid to vehicles plying with unnecessary gadgets fixed onto them. Steps have been taken to especially inspect common passenger transport buses under this operation. It could be observed that since a very long time, various extra gadgets had been fixed to certain vehicles used for transportation. Inspections had been conducted on early occasions too in this regard. Although steps had been taken to remove extra fittings, there are still such buses plying on long routes and on special tours with noisy honking and other gadgets fitted onto them. inconvenience may cause to the pedestrians who are using the roads along with the passengers inside the vehicle due to unnecessary additional fittings which have been used to beautify vehicles. Retired consultant JMO Dr. Sumit Ambepitia said that it has been revealed during postmortems that a large number of injuries were caused due to the extra fittings in the vehicles. He pointed out that the lives of the victims could have been saved if additional fittings were not there in the vehicles. Chief Consultant JMO of Gaur National Hospital, Dr. Rohan Ruwanpura, said that common transport buses are being run worldwide under private companies, but according to the specifications of the government. He added that the specifications have been built according to the necessities of the passenger and the general public.
Cabinet spokesman Minister Dr. Nalin Dejati says that the government has focused special attention on the road safety considering the deaths of about 12,000 persons due to road accidents last year. This was stated at a press briefing held today to inform cabinet decisions. The minister stressed that the police operations do not prevent road accidents and has no connection with the Clean Sri Lanka initiative. Cabinet spokesman Minister Dr. Nalin Dejati said that 118,000 road accidents have been reported during the 5-year period from 2020 to 2024. He said that out of them, 11,500 are fatal and added that 12,140 people have lost their lives due to these accidents. Further saying that these victims are common citizens of the country ranging from infants to the elderly. He also said that therefore the government should have a responsibility to enhance the road safety and save the lives of the people. The cabinet spokesman said that accordingly special attention was focused on strengthening road safety and that at first measures were taken to enlighten drivers and the relevant parties. After that, the law is to be strictly enforced. Adding that no life is worthless, the minister also said that the government has taken the deadline until the 19th of this month to compromise. He further said that the relevant parties can come to an agreement following a discussion and said that the government does not expect to implement these measures without public consent. The minister also expressed views on the Clean Sri Lanka initiative. The cabinet spokesman, Minister Dr. Nalin Dejati, said that this project will be implemented with public understanding and input and said that it is not merely a work of the government or the cabinet. He added that the people are connected to this program and special attention was focused on the support of the people for this project. In the meantime, the police and other institutions carried out their duties according to the existing law in the country, further saying that the police takes measures to minimize road accidents. The cabinet spokesman said that this is not action taken under the Clean Sri Lanka initiative. The minister said that this is the normal duty of the police. He said that the environmental police has the responsibility of preventing the spread of mosquito breeding and that the traffic police has a duty of safeguarding the pedestrians. He also said that these duties should be carried out by the police despite the Sri Lanka initiative.
The Cabinet of Ministers has approved to appoint a technical committee to determine the amount of compensation that should be payable to several patients who had lost their eyesight due to undergoing eye surgery at the Noralia District Hospital. Accordingly, a committee was appointed under the chairmanship of an additional secretary of the Ministry of Health, and the recommendations were forwarded regarding the amount of compensation payable to them after studying the relevant matters. It is expected to pay the compensation of 1 million rupees each for 12 patients, 750,000 rupees each for 2 patients and 700,000 rupees for 1 patient and 250,000 rupees each for 2 patients for the proposal presented by the Minister of Health and Mass Media. Cabinet spokesman Minister Dr. Nalin Dejati said that usually pharmaceutical companies are accountable for the quality of the drugs in registering certain medicine. He said that if they supply low quality medicine, their registration will be cancelled. He added that further the legal actions can also be taken. He further said that the cabinet took a decision yesterday to take legal actions against this matter. The government hopes to grant more compensations through legal proceedings against the drug companies. The cabinet spokesman said that whoever supplied medicine, the government is accountable to distribute quality drugs to the patients. Minister Dr. Nalin Dejati said that even though the controversial medicines were supplied by the private sector, they are delivered to the people through the government hospital network. Measures have already been taken to remit the allowance of ₹6,000 for purchase of stationery for children of the beneficiary families of Aswasma in bank accounts of those families. Considering the lack of an updated database to select children in families belonging to the category, as well as the requirement to provide the proposed stationery for the year 2025 at beginning of the new school term, the Cabinet of Ministers granted approval to the proposal furnished by Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya in her capacity as the Minister of Education, Higher Education and Vocational Education to provide the stationery allowance of ₹6,000 to all the students or children in non-beneficiary families of Aswasma in 6,576 schools where students are less than 300 from the total 10,096 schools throughout the island, to the children coming from child development centres as well as lay and clergy students in Piriven, and to award the said allowance as the voucher. Cabinet spokesman Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa said that the government is now conducting a follow-up regarding the Aswasma beneficiary families. He also said that they are able to lodge complaints. The cabinet spokesman said that new families can also apply for the benefits. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa said that the government hopes to increase the number of beneficiary families within the next few months. He said that until then, the government has to grant this allowance to the selected beneficiary families in whatsoever manner. He added that further the government has decided to provide this allowance to all students of schools less than 300 students. He further said that if we draw complete and accurate guidelines, many students will be deprived of this benefit. He also said that therefore committees have been appointed at grassroots level.
The Sri Lankan government has continuously followed the One China policy. The Cabinet of Ministers approved the fact furnished by Minister of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Employment and Tourism Vijitha Herath, indicating that the Sri Lanka further follows the same policy and it is adhering to the same. The cabinet spokesman, Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa, said that the official tour of China of the president would be commencing on the 17th and will be up to the 17th of the month. Foreign Minister Vijitha Herath and Transport, Highways and Civil Aviation Minister Bimal Ratnayaka will also join the president on the tour. The minister further said that the One China policy has been always followed by Sri Lanka as a country, not through a cabinet paper. The minister said that certain decisions have to be approved by the cabinet when a new government is in place. The minister also said that the new government is acting on maintaining the policy. The proposal has been forwarded to examine, quarantine and sign an agreement prepared for the health requirements in relation to the relevant procedure between the two countries to carry out export of chicken to China from Sri Lanka with the mediation of the General Administration of Customs of the People's Republic of China. Accordingly, the Cabinet of Ministers granted the approval to resolution furnished by Minister of Agriculture, Livestock, Land and Irrigation Lal Kantha to sign the said agreement between the General Administration of Customs of the People's Republic of China and his ministry. The Cabinet of Ministers granted approval for the proposal submitted by Minister of Health and Mass Media, Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa, to enter into an agreement between the Ministry of Health and Mass Media following the institutions in the People's Republic of China. It includes the Memorandum of Understanding between the Ministry of Health and Mass Media and the National Radio and Television Administration of the People's Republic of China. The MOU between the Associated Newspapers of Ceylon Limited and the Xinhua News Agency of China, the Memorandum of Cooperation between the Department of Government Information and the Xinhua News Agency of China, the MOU between the ChannelEye Rupavahini Corporation and the China Media Group, and the Memorandum of Understanding between the Sri Lankan Broadcasting Corporation and China Media Group are in this agreement.
The historic Sabaragamu Mahasaman Devala has been reopened for the veneration of the devotees today. Puja and Tevava of the Devala have not been conducted during the past several days regarding the appointment of an acting Basnayaka Nilame. The board of officials of the Devala had decided to reopen it at the demand of the Mahasangha people and the residents of the area. About hundreds of families who are engaged in jobs in and around the Devala premises were inconvenienced due to the closure of Devala. People were not able to carry on with their daily activities since stocks of fruits which had been collected for the purpose of offerings had also gone bad, along with flowers collected for pujas from distant places during the last several days. Steps have been taken to reopen the Devalaya and to start puja activities after evaluating the situation. According to the Commissioner General of Buddhist Affairs, R.M.B. Ratnayaka, the appointment of acting Basnayaka Nilame of the Sabaragamu Mahasaman Devalaya has been done on a legal basis. Member of Parliament said that the businessman from the area has been appointed as the Basnayaka Nilame of Mahasaman Devala, and everyone engaged in activities of Saman Devala have kept themselves away from it, and a huge problem has been created accordingly. Minister of Buddhisasana Gamagedara Dissanayake said that the appointment has been done in accordance with the Vihara Devala Gam Act of the country. He also said that necessary arrangements have been made during a short period of time to conduct the selection of officials. He further said that a protest has been built up recently centering the Devala premises. The minister also said that the appointment has been made for a temporary caretaker position, not a permanent caretaker post, since persons over the age of 70 years cannot be appointed according to the Act. He also said that the Thevaava and other religious observances are being conducted in the Devala premises since today morning.
The national television was awarded many awards at the Pinnacle Sri Lanka 2024 awards ceremony yesterday evening.
The award ceremony took place at the Taj Samudra Hotel in Colombo. Appreciation of prominent people in various fields took place at the award ceremony. The national television was able to win Excellency Awards in the media section. Shanida Aibowan program has become the most popular morning program of the air.
Shanida Aibowan.
The award has been won by Sanjay Indrakumara, Director of the Education Division. Muthuhara program has been awarded the Best Children's Program of the Year. The award was received by the senior producer Udanta Kamal Gunatilaka of the Children's Unit.
Ladies and gentlemen, and it is also expanded to 10 international branches.
Yes, and the winner is Muthuhara. We invite the producer, Udanta Kamal Gunatilaka of Sri Lanka Rupavahini of the national television. And now we come to People's Pinnacle Best.
Gamini Bandara Manik Devala, a producer of the news division of the national television, has been awarded for the Best Artificial Intelligence Innovative Media Program of the Year.
Gamini Bandara Manik Devala of national television winning the Best AI Media Innovator of the year 2024.
Matakada api denna AI news කියන වයිඩෝගේ. Yeah, that was the gentleman who was behind it.
අපි දෙන්නවත් හැදුවනේ. AI characters දාලා.
Maria German of National Television won the award for the Best Tamil Medium Presenter.
Maria German, congratulations from National Television. You're the best TV presenter, Tamil Medium Male. Congratulations.
Right, Milangara, People's Pinnacle Most Popular News Anchor of the Year 2024.
Nadika Karunanayake of the National Television won the award for the Most Popular News Anchor of the Year.
Rescue workers are searching for survivors after a major earthquake killed dozens of people and damaged more than 1,000 buildings in a remote region of Tibet near the Everest. At least 126 people were killed, with another 188 injured after an earthquake hit the foothills of the Himalayas on today, according to the Chinese state media. A large-scale rescue operation was launched with survivors under additional pressure as temperatures were predicted to fall as low as -16 degrees Celsius overnight. Earthquakes are common in the region, which lies in the major geological fault line between Tuesday. But Tuesday was one of China's deadliest in the recent years. The magnitude 7.1 quake, which struck at a depth of 10 kilometers, according to data from the United States Geological Survey, was also felt in Nepal and other parts of India, which neighbor Tibet.
The Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya says that it is expected to review the schools where work has been partially completed under the Nearest School Best School project. The Prime Minister made this observation replying to a question regarding the issue in Parliament today.
Parliamentarian Ajit P. Pereira said that there is a shortage of schools which provide secondary education in Bandaragam area under the Nearest School, the Best School project in the country. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya said that this project has been done in 2016 and 2020 under the Nearest School, the Best School project, and she pointed out that the review is being conducted under the project in selected number of schools. The Prime Minister also said that problems exist in many of the schools and that work has been partially completed in select schools under the project. Adding that these projects are in under the schools, she said that the review is being conducted on all schools where children will be provided a complete secondary school within the radius of 3 kilometers of a primary school. She also said that it is not expected to be carrying out work, but the schools will be selected under the partially completed projects. Parliamentarian G.V. Chanaka said that red raw rice is not available and people in the southern province prefer red raw rice. He added that there is a controlled price in the country and it has been fixed at 225 rupees per kilogram for red raw rice.
Minister Vasantha Samarasinghe in reply said that the main reason behind the problem of red rice has been caused as the presidential candidate being supported by D.V. Chanaka and the previous government conducted a distribution of rice in the country. He added that a shortage has been created by purchasing red raw rice at an additional 20 rupees per kilo which were available in the mills of southern province. He also said that there is a shortage of red raw rice which is a genuine problem. He pointed out that the government mediated to find a solution regarding the supply of rice into the market by today. The minister said that the government mediated in two ways. In one of the instances, the cabinet decision was taken to import 70,000 metric tons of rice by SAPASA and the State Trading Corporation. He said that there have been 4 tenders and first one was rejected. The second tender was not included, whereas there has been a quality rejection regarding the third tender. He also said that the fourth tender is being considered these days. He also said that in the tender by this STC, one of them has been received by now and the rice will arrive into Sri Lanka tomorrow. The minister pointed out additionally, the market has been opened up to the 20th of December and 66,000 metric tons of rice arrived in Sri Lanka at that time.
2 persons died in a case of firing which occurred early morning today at Sembalankotuwa area in Watarappala in Mount Lavinia. Another person has been injured.
According to the Mount Lavinia police, 2 unidentified persons who came in a motorcycle have conducted the firing. The reason behind the firing has not yet been revealed. Investigations are now on in search of the shooters who left the crime spot. The 20-year-old youth who has been injured in the shooting incident has been admitted to the Kalubovila hospital. The dead person has been identified as a 36-year-old resident of Sembalankotuwa area.
Now for more local news in brief. A motorcyclist lost his life when a motor vehicle and his motorcycle collided head-on last night near the signboard of Kasbava Jaliagoda Junction in Alternate Road in Mahargama. The dead individual has been identified as an 83-year-old businessman, a resident of Pliandala. A stock of 12,000 kilograms of tea leaves which were unfit for human consumption was found in an Ambak area in Dulagala in Udunwara. The inspection was conducted last night by a group of officials in the Special Task Force of the Gampala Police. Our correspondent reported that a waste tea stock of which had been secretly stored without valid permit was in question. A 3-wheeler which has been travelling on a road of Thalawatuguda-Pitakote Road at very high speeds collided with another motor vehicle that came from another side of the road when the 3-wheeler driver was unable to control the speed. The accident was recorded on a CCTV camera and the injured driver of the 3-wheeler has been hospitalized. We'll be back with foreign news after a short break.
Dengue.
Under growing pressure from his own party, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has announced he will step down and end his 9-year stretch as a leader. Trudeau said he would stay on in office until his Liberal Party can choose a new leader and that Parliament would be prorogued or suspended until 24th March. Trudeau mentioned during a press conference that the country deserves a real choice in the next election, and it has become clear to me that if I'm having to fight internal battles, I cannot be the best option in that election. Trudeau's personal unpopularity with Canadians had become an increasing drag on his party's fortunes in advance of federal elections later this year. The second one-day international between Sri Lanka and New Zealand will be played in Hamilton tomorrow.
Sri Lanka will have to record a victory in order to entertain hopes of winning the tournament. Sri Lankan players engaged in training at the Hamilton Stadium today. The match is due to start at 6:30 a.m. Sri Lankan time tomorrow. New Zealand scored the first win of the series by 9 wickets. There have been 106 one-day international matches played between New Zealand and Sri Lanka. New Zealand has won 53 and Sri Lanka has won 43. One match has been a draw and 9 matches have ended without a result. Last time Sri Lanka won an ODI series against New Zealand was in the year 2000.
Sri Lanka under-19 women's cricket team won the second T20 international match against Bangladesh under-19 team by 65 runs. The match was played yesterday at Thurston Grounds. Batting first, Sri Lankan under-19 team scored 125 runs, losing 4 wickets in their 20 overs. Captain Manudi Nanayakara scored 50 while Rashmika Sewandi scored 27 runs. In bowling, Nishita Akhtar captured 2 wickets. In reply, Bangladesh under-19 team was able to score only 60 runs all out in 12.2 overs. Sadia Akhtar scored 18 runs while in bowling, Chamoshi Prabodha and Aseni Thalangune shared 3 wickets each.
That's it for tonight's English News telecast. Thank you for joining us. Good night.
Good night.